Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to go over your New Year's forecast, so let's get right into things. New Year's Eve here. Basically here is see what this is around Friday night into Saturday morning here. There is a little bit of rain showers and thunderstorms going on for the southern United States. Here for Alabama all the way up here into Canada. We're seeing a little bit of rain and showers going on during Friday night into Saturday morning. We also see some snow and rain showers going on for the northwest. We can see a little bit of rain and snow showers from California over to Washington, even to Montana and Colorado. A little bit of snow showers and rain showers going on for your New Year's. As we fast forward a few frames into your New Year's Eve, this is later on in the day, midday on New Year's Eve. We're seeing a little bit of rain showers still going on for the eastern United States here. Looks like it grows here, the rain, into areas of Virginia, West Virginia. We also see this rain and snow continue to move here to the east here. So we'll have to watch for some rain and snow for areas of California, Nevada, Utah, the mountain areas. We'll have to watch for some snow going on New Year's Eve. As we fast forward into the night of New Year's, we'll see basically during the nighttime hours, we're going to see some rain potentially up here in the northeast. Also some rain and snow going on over here in the western United States from California all the way over to Colorado and Wyoming. Seeing some rain and snow showers on Christmas Eve night right before New Year's here. So we could be seeing that going on here. Looks like most of the Central Plains is pretty clear here during when New Year's occurs. And it looks like the Northwest pretty much clears out pretty much too also. But showers and storms will be possible here in the eastern United States and a little bit of the western United States here near the southwest here on New Year's Eve. Here is Saturday's high temperatures. Basically, we see a lot of the southern U.S. in 60s and 70-degree temperatures from Texas all the way over to Virginia. Here we're seeing quite a bit of 60s and 70s going on for the south and southeast. We're seeing quite a bit of pretty warm temperatures going on. As we get closer to the northeast, we're seeing around 40s to 50s up here in the northeast. Also up here in the Midwest and upper Midwest, we're seeing some cooler temperatures going on, around 30s, even some potentially 19s, some lower temperatures up here in the upper Midwest. We can see a little more cooler temperatures potentially on New Year's as a high, which 19 is not very much for a high. Also, the mountains areas, we're seeing around 30 degrees, it looks like, maybe even some 20s in there. So we could be seeing some cooler temperatures there. As we head into the southwest here, we're seeing a little bit warmer temperatures, especially down in California and Arizona, around 60s to 70s there, close to. Then as we head into the northwest, we're seeing around 30 to 40 degree temperatures for your high on New Year's Eve. So it'll be pretty nice for most of the U.S., other than the Midwest, maybe the coldest in the mountain snow area. Other than that, everywhere else should be pretty nice on New Year's. Still not too bad in the Northeast, even though it's 40s. It's not too bad, though, for New Year's. Low temperatures for New Year's Eve here. We can see some very cool temperatures here in the Midwest, in the single digits here in the upper Midwest, which is quite a bit here. We also see a lot of cooler temperatures here for the Midwest into the Northwest of 20-degree weather here. Down here in the South, we're seeing around 50s, 40s here, not too bad. Even in Florida, around 60-degree temperatures as a low for New Year's Eve, so that's not too bad, especially if you're going to go celebrate outside, do some fireworks or whatever for New Year's. Not too bad out there. We're also seeing some cooler temperatures up here in the Northeast, around 40s, so it's really not too bad up in those areas, but still just a little cold. Might need a little light jacket out there. The Northwest seeing quite a bit of cooler temperatures in the 30s and 20s there, so you probably will need a jacket or maybe even a coat in some of those areas. Then down here in the Southwest, we're seeing some cooler temperatures around 50s, not too bad, especially down in California and Arizona, but near Nevada and Utah, maybe a little cooler here on New Year's Eve, around 20s, so you might need a coat or a jacket there. So for the lows here. Okay, now we're looking at your New Year's Day forecast. We're seeing some precipitation going on for the eastern United States on New Year's Day around the morning time. here in the northeast and a little bit of the eastern United States. We're also seeing quite a bit of rain and snow going on here for the western United States, from California all the way over to Colorado and Wyoming, and maybe a little bit of snow showers up here in the northwest, but nothing too big. Here in the Central Plains, we're pretty much clear here for New Year's Day in the morning. As we fast forward, we see that rain starts to move out, maybe a little bit of snow in Maine on New Year's Day. Also, that rain and snow continues to move eastward here from the west, from California all the way up to Wyoming. It continues to move its way east here, as this will be our next big storm that we talked about in our previous video. We're not going to talk about it in today's video too much, other than your forecast for New Year's here. And other than that, we're pretty much clear for the rest of the U.S. around midday on New Year's Day. As we head into the night here on New Year's Day, we see that rain and snow continuing here for the western United States, near Arizona all the way up to Nebraska, even South Dakota there. We're also seeing maybe a little bit of snow showers left behind here in Maine, and maybe a little bit of snow showers up in Canada. But the rest of the U.S. is pretty much clear. Most of the eastern U.S. is clear on New Year's Day, and the northwest from all the way down to California is pretty much clear also on New Year's Day night. So that's some good news. Other than this little blob of rain and snow going on, that's the only thing we have to worry about. Here's your temperatures for New Year's Day. We're seeing some very warm temperatures here in the south, around 70s here going on your day on New Year's Day here. We see some very cool temperatures also here around the Midwest and Central Plains here, around 40s to 50s here, so it kind of warms up just a little bit in some of these areas. Up here in the northeast, we're around 40s and 50s, which isn't too bad for New Year's Day there. Not too bad. Up in the Midwest, we get a little warmer than we did the day before as a high, around 16. Then the mountain snow area, a little cold here, around 20s, maybe 30s in some areas. Here in the northwest, around 40s it looks like. Then as we move down here in the southwest, we're seeing around 40s to maybe even 50s in some areas, and some 60s going on in Southern California and southern Arizona there going on as your high here on New Year's Day. Lows for New Year's Day, we're seeing warmer temperatures. Part of the reason may be due to that low-level jet starting to increase here as the next storm system comes in. We talked more about that in our last video here, so if you want to hear more about our next big storm, go check out our last video. But we're seeing those lows around 60s, which is pretty nice as a low on New Year's Day night. We're also seeing some cooler or pretty warm temperatures down here in Florida. Most of the southeast is pretty warm, around 50s, 40s, not too bad really. But as you get toward the northeast, it gets a little cooler, around 30s and 20s here, which you'll probably need a light jacket, maybe even a coat in some of those areas. As we head into the Midwest, we're seeing some pretty cooler temperatures, especially in the upper Midwest, around 6 degrees, which is quite cold in some of those areas. We're also seeing some cooler temperatures for the mountain snow area, around the teens, single digits there, some of those areas. In the Northwest, we're seeing around 30s, or maybe even some 20s or teens in some areas. And then the Southwest is seeing whole thing with like 40s, 30s, 20s, even some teens, and then some single digits there in the Southwest, depending on where you're at. Near Nevada, more cooler temperatures. If you're in like southern California and southern Arizona, you're seeing a little warmer of temperatures here as your low. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe, and share. And hopefully you guys enjoyed your New Year's forecast.